News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Nathan Hager.
And I'm Karen Moscow.
Karen, we begin with the latest on the war with Iran. Efforts to keep a peace deal on track have turned complicated thanks to fighting between Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah in Lebanon. Iran has said it's suspending talks with the U.S. due to the clashes, but President Trump posted on social media that Israel turned its troops around after he asked Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu not to conduct a major raid in Beirut. Later, Netanyahu posted that Israel will strike if Hezbollah doesn't stop firing on his country. We get more from Bloomberg's Zabir Abu Omar in Dubai.
Lebanon has emerged as a sticking point in the wider negotiations between Iran and the United States. So what we know is that Axios reported earlier an expletive-laden call between President Trump and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday. And President Trump came after and said that Israel had agreed to not raid the capital of Lebanon, Beirut. This is after Benjamin Netanyahu said that there were plans to send troops or to attack the suburbs in Beirut.
Bloomberg's Zabir Abu Omar reports President Trump's also saying talks with Iran are continuing at a rapid pace, but Tehran disputes that. The semi-official Mayor's News Agency is reporting Iran's discussing its final text of an interim peace deal, but no response has been sent yet. The report says Iran is being strict due to past breaches of trust by the U.S.
Well, in the U.S., Nathan, President Trump is looking to address rising costs for farmers and manufacturers. The White House says it's cutting tariffs on agricultural equipment from 25 to 15%. The proclamation says foreign companies could qualify for a lower 10% rate if their equipment contains at least 85% American steel or aluminum. The tariff changes take effect on Sunday and run through the end of next year. Also
on the trade front, Karen, European Union lawmakers have given preliminary approval to their trade deal with the U.S. This clears a path for final ratification before President Trump's threatened higher tariff deadline. The full European Parliament's now scheduled to vote on ratification 2 weeks from today. EU member states are expected to give their final assent shortly after that.
Nathan, bipartisan backlash has pushed the Trump administration to drop plans to pursue a controversial anti-weaponization fund. Bloomberg's Monica Ricks has the details.
The Trump administration says it's scrapping a $1.8 billion legal fund for victims of alleged government weaponization, including January 6 rioters. The move followed backlash from both Democrats and Republicans, who called this a slush fund for Trump's allies. Now, it's still unclear whether this will affect the president's settlement with the IRS, which banned the agency from looking into his tax returns. But several GOP senators had recently threatened to hold up an immigration enforcement package and funding for Trump's ballroom if this fund wasn't dropped. Monica Ricks, Bloomberg Radio.
Okay, Monica, thank you. Republicans hold a narrow majority in the House, but they face a tough midterm environment, and we're in the heart of primary season. Bloomberg's Amy Morris reports from Washington.
New Jersey voters are set to nominate candidates for both chambers in a state primary, including the 7th Congressional District that could decide control of the U.S. House. In California, the primary season is ending as voters decide who will run for governor and mayor of L.A. Republican gubernatorial candidate Steve Hilton says he's honored to have Trump's endorsement.
When I'm governor, we'll have a cooperative relationship with the administration.
And Democratic gubernatorial candidate and former California Attorney General Javier Becerra rallied supporters in West Hollywood.
As governor, my job is to ensure that I am protecting your rights.
Iowa, Montana, New Mexico, and South Dakota are also holding primaries. In Washington, Amy Morris, Bloomberg Radio.
Famed short seller Andrew Left faces the possibility of decades behind bars. He's been found guilty of securities fraud. Bloomberg's John Tucker joins us with the latest. John.
And Nathan, prosecutors say Left used explosive tweets about dozens of companies to illegally influence their shares and make a quick profit. They say he earned more than $20 million from such trades. Left gained a huge online following with his blunt commentary about major U.S. companies, as well as the smaller stocks popular with retail traders. A federal jury found him guilty on 13 of 17 counts. He'll be sentenced August 31st and faces more than 20 years. The conviction may have a chilling impact on short sellers. In New York, I'm John Tucker, Bloomberg Radio.
And that's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Karen Moscow.
I'm Nathan Hager, and this is Bloomberg.